It's the Slap.
We gon' hit you with
And Traps Radio Podcast.
Let's get it.
Powered by the Slap God, C. Austin, the DJ.
So real quick, fellas, and not to get off topic, but so y'all was around when all that Iron Fist stuff was going on too.
Before Iron
Fist.
Fist.
That's
We was there
Iron
when
Fist.
the concept of it was.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm gonna tell you a real thing about Proof
man.
is that he was inspired. What inspired him was a Method Man and how his manager rolled for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no contracts. They had a handshake contract, and they honored that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? And that inspired him, man. That gave him, like, that's some real shit. Like, people, you know what I'm saying? When he heard that story, that's how he wanted to develop Iron Fist. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Probably
you could
looked at it like the good old days when niggas honored their word.
Exactly.
Stand on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't want people to feel trapped in the contract because he knew what that is. You know what I'm saying? People used to call the house for him, and man, I used to have to screen calls for him. It would get so bad. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Boy and all them tried to sign him, and he was like, they ain't trying to give him no money. That's why he would turn down.
I always heard that about Tommy Boy too. They ain't never want to come on no motherfucking money. You know?
There's a bunch of labels like that, man. They would try to set them up.
I like to see him now. They ain't nowhere.
That's true. You're all right.
I can tell you, man. And then he was one of those guys, like he tried to stand on his word. You know what I'm saying? All the time. You know, we all human. You know what I'm saying? Has setbacks, but he tried to stand on his word all the time. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what it was, man.
He was, you know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be, you know what I'm saying?
And, you know what I'm saying? And he was one of those guys that, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you don't see me, and the nigga, rest his soul, my cousin, but the nigga was crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was out of his mind. Like,
he heard, man.
He type of nigga, man.
He was beating the brakes off niggas back in the day.
Hell yeah, he'll scrap. He don't scrap.
That's his thing. Now he
don't
likes to scrap.
He
likes to
That's why I said that shit.
I don't care how big you was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know that type of shit travel fast around here.
Fuck about
Just all like I said, man, I was a little younger, but niggas always heard that shit. Like, damn,
he don't scrap. Man, he made sure if you was around, you gonna scrap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, one thing he never changed. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you. He never changed on. You know what I'm saying? I can see that he never really changed on nobody ever. I can never remember or see. He, you know what I'm saying? He tried to. If he, you know what I'm saying? Even if he fell out with you, like people don't understand what the Hand to Hand CD was about. You know what I'm saying? Mixtape was about. He had got off the beefing with Detroit artists. Like, no, we ain't supposed to beef with each other. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Hand to Hand was about, like trying to bring everybody together. So when he started trying to squash
and he did, dog.
Yeah,
he accomplished that shit.
Man,
he accomplished that shit,
I'm
bro.
glad y'all, real quick, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to keep interrupting y'all, man. Can we clarify this shit, man? Because if anybody know, I know y'all niggas know, man. Like, what the fuck happened, man? With the Esham shit, can we talk about it?
Well, see, that go back from high school days. That go back from when it was in high school.
I don't know y'all was there. You know what I'm saying? Is it off limits? Can we talk about it? I mean, I done heard so much shit, man.
I can touch on that a little bit,
The thing is, Esham.
So it's deeper than rap. Let's just. It was fair to say.
Yeah, it was deeper than. So this stemmed back from way back then. This is Osborne days when Esham really started popping.
Right.
Yeah, Esham started popping before any of the D-12. Any of the
he was busting.
Yeah,
I want to clarify this shit. Esham was our favorite, one of our favorite rappers, bro.
Yes, one of our favorite.
Like, I mean, we was listening to Esham shit, like
you can't
faithfully
before. Man, nah, this nigga. I was listening to that nigga.
Hell yeah, I'm talking about Booming Words from Hell,
the first album.
Closed Caskets.
That was the name of that motherfucker. Remember I asked y'all niggas earlier. Closed Caskets.
Closed
that Sunshine and all that shit.
That shit
was
hard. Dead
Closed Caskets.
You know,
man, he had
that nigga.
He got how many albums he got in press?
He got about 30 albums.
He a real pioneer. That nigga like,
he like a fucking pioneer for our type of men, like street niggas.
That nigga
the Detroit. Know that Esham tried to sign Proof first. one of the first people that tried to sign.
That's why I asked y'all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And my cousin, some was in him where he just didn't want to sign or he wasn't trying to sign. I think he almost signed. I'm not sure, man. I think he almost signed, but this is, like I said, this was early. This has got to be like 92, 93. You know what I'm saying?
That was, man, I'm telling you, that was
91, I believe, might even been somewhere around there. I can't imagine. I'm not too great with the time errors, but yeah, Esham. So that stemmed from them days. That's where it kind of just grew. You know what I'm saying? First, when you had one that was the bigger one, and then the other ones. Now, you know what I'm saying, he done grown in the game. So it was kind of one of those type of things.
Yeah.
You asked me, you know what I'm
And
saying?
that's why I wanted to ask you, Fats, you know what I'm saying? Because this type of shit, once again, we don't know these stories. You see what I'm saying? And nobody asks these type of questions. So, man, that's real, man. Like,
Jay, the funny part, right? People don't understand. That's when Proof was part of 5 Ella. But he used to be bumping Esham albums too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We used to be in the car. They be like, man, why you put this shit up? Yeah,
you know what I'm
he used to
saying?
be bumping it too. You know what I'm saying?
Put me up on
You know
it,
what I'm saying? And it was funny.
that shit was hard, man. Niggas
even though they
that
was,
shit,
was
man.
even though they
bro.
wasn't, that's the one thing about my cousin, man. Even though he might not get along with you, he try not to take your credit away from you.
Man.
He like, man, at that point in time, they wasn't seeing eye to eye, but he still was like, you know what I'm saying? No, nigga, he got hits. This is, and we would ride around listening to it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man.
Because
Like,
I really feel like Proof didn't let that shit go as far as it really could have went. You know what I'm saying?
No,
they
he
really
didn't.
wanted to get on his ass. They could have got on his ass.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, and they squashed it, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they squashed it. They squashed it.
That's
You
why I
know?
wanted to ask y'all, because I did hear that, but I didn't never see nobody
They got a
official
song
really
together.
confirm
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
You know
They
what
had
I'm
a song
saying?
together. That's what the
Okay.
Hand to Hand CD was about.
Yeah,
He got the epiphany, like, why would I beef with my own people in the city when, you know what I'm saying, when we could bring us, we got to bring us up together to make it out of here. Because for a minute, it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, I know it probably wasn't the case, real case, but it seemed like the hip hop of Detroit was being blackballed. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't blackballed.
It was hard.
Don't say
They was
like
scared
shit. It
of it,
was.
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
remember I said earlier, they wasn't fucking with it.
Exactly.
They wasn't fucking with it.
And he knew, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to, he got the, I just wish he could be here today to see, you know what I'm saying, that he started, you know what I'm saying, he started to try to squash all that stuff. Like, man, ain't no need to be, he was going around squashing other people's beats.
Hell yeah, D12, that D12 movement, you know, people be trying to shit on that movement, man. Them niggas sold 8 million records, dog.
They sold that much? I know they sold a lot of copies.
Hell
I didn't
yeah,
know
they
it was
went.
that much. I know it was multi-platinum. But
Dog, and then
goddamn, 8 million?
if you count, they was the only rap group from Detroit to go platinum, bro. Like at the time,
do remember
you
that
know what I'm
time.
saying? Like that
And
shit.
Obi Trice, nigga.
Yeah,
Obi Trice is
Obi.
the first
That's what I thought when he
single black artist.
Yeah, that whole.
So Obi went
movement,
platinum
bro.
first. Who went platinum first?
Obi? No.
D12.
D12
went first.
you know,
Then Obi
you know
was,
that.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? Obi Trice, that's
All
my
them
cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Eminem, Royce, you know what I'm saying? We used to hang.
Damn, Fat, you like this
we used to
nigga
hang.
connected that. He all humble and shit like that. Obi Trice is your cousin,
Yeah,
dog.
that's family too.
I remember we was all used to all hang
God,
out.
dog, man.
All used to
Only
hang
here
out.
on the Slaps and Trap show, ladies and gentlemen. We all just found out together that Obi Trice is his fast cousin as well. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta love it, man. You know what I'm saying? Real Detroit OG shit. I fucking love it, man.
Hell
love
yeah, this shit is real. Like,
So
dog.
let me ask y'all this, fellas, because this is something that I really want to know. All jokes, all bullshit aside, man. How do y'all niggas feel about niggas honoring Proof now that he's not here to see this shit? Versus when he was alive. You know niggas always want to give niggas they flowers when it's too late for them to get them. How do y'all feel about, especially you, Fats, because you was closer to him than most people.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about that? You know,
I'm glad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You're going to have something that's real and something that's not. You know what I'm saying? But that's all right, as long as you keep the memory alive. You know what I'm saying? Same thing to go with Jay Dilla, Titus, you know what I'm saying, from Slum Village. You know what I'm saying? All those guys,
that's
man.
fucked up, Titus, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We
You know what
took
I'm
a
saying?
loss with that one, man.
Yeah, you did,
We
man.
took a loss with P, too.
Then you can't
man.
forget about people like Cobb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wasn't the most known, but Cobb did a lot for, you know what I'm saying, hip hop.
Hell yeah, Cobb was
like
a real.
That's what I mean.
I got a record with Cobb. I got a record with Cobb. I did it with my sisters and with my sister and Chantel. I got a record with Cobb before he passed.
You guys
away.
a music with proof?
No. This was crazy. Deshaun didn't know I could rap. Like I don't know what he knew, but I never told him I could rap. You see what I'm saying? Like if we didn't even get a chance to,
we was too much trying to make some money at that point.
Yeah, I was just getting it together.
When he was getting his rap career together, we was still trying to get out here and make some money.
Yeah.
That's why that probably never stayed off that way. Because don't get me wrong, sometimes you put certain things that you think is more important in front of other things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
that's
that was
real,
the thing.
man. I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? That was the thing. Like we kicked it about the business, but I was coming from a different aspect. You know what I'm saying? More like a label owner. Like he the one made me realize I could be a label owner.
Yeah, you don't have to actually rap, and if you like rapping. You know what I'm saying? And that's your passion. Go for it.
Yeah.
But you can still make the music. Make the money.
Do the business. You could do the business of it. You know, that was the thing about Shine. People be talking about how good of a rapper he was. His thing was the business.
He would
like
read the
bro,
books.
like how slick he was. Like he told me he was the first person to tell me like how to, maneuver with the publishing companies and different names. You know how you can have 5 different publishing companies getting 5 different checks.
I was about to say that shit. Different check on top of check.
5 different checks, bro. And they don't have a clue. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's mean, bro. Like he knew the music.
That was back when you really could do that shit too.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah. Me personally. I feel like when it comes to Deshaun, people should honor him. He like shit. I would give him pop. I would say. I would.
My number one artist, my top one. You can say I'm being biased, but. He my number one.
I mean, it is what it is. How you feel? That's how you feel. Nigga can't tell you how to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you was there. You feel me?
Like, bro. I remember we went to the Shady Bowl, right? It was the Shady Bowl down at the State Theater.
Yeah.
We down at the State Theater.
Yeah, I do want to ask y'all about all that shady stuff. Go ahead.
We at the Shady Bowl, and before we get to the Shady Bowl, bro. Shine, he's standing in front of it was the State Theater. It's the Fillmore now, right? It's the Fillmore.
It's the Fillmore now.
He's standing outside of the State Theater handing everybody tickets to go in. I'm talking about it had to be at least 50, 60 of us, bro. Like I'm talking about
and that's real nigga shit. And that's the type of shit that don't get highlighted. You know what I'm saying?
He handed every...
The rule... my cousin, that's why I say the rule was if you came with us, we all get in.
Talking about it was
I don't care.
50.
We all get in.
And we leaving this motherfucker together.
Yeah, we all get in and we all leaving together. You know
it was like 50 to 60 of us, bro. And we talking about the Shady Bowl. This one of the after parties of the Super Bowl when the Super Bowl came to Detroit. Mm-hmm. This is the one that Shady Records sponsor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Around time all that shit first started popping.
Yeah, Tyson was there. Everybody was there. Tyson walking through, no security. You know what I'm saying?
We had a lot of legendary shit in our city, man.
Yeah, that's why
I want to give us our props, man.
That day right there, remember when Tyson walked past? That day right there showed me why people get their ass whooped by Mike Tyson.
Hell yeah!
Because when you see him in person and he got on his regular clothes, he don't look so big.
No,
he look like nigga. I will fuck you up. But then if you smart enough, you got to remember that's Mike Tyson.
Especially at that time,
Right.
that nigga was beating everybody ass.
Yes, he
nigga.
was.
Every fucking body.
Because you don't like when he got his clothes on, you don't see that he is a tank. You know what I'm saying? You
Then
gotta
he
be like,
cut at that
right,
time,
exactly.
like,
He cut his hell. You
all
don't see that.
muscle, nigga.
No, you just see him with the baggy shirt on, and because he's not the tallest
beat
person
your
in the world.
motherfucking ass in about a minute.
Because he's not tall. He's not the tallest person in the world.
he
You
ain't
know what I'm saying?
tall,
So you looked at that. That's funny, man. Every time I see that, I was like, "That's Mike Tyson." Nigga. In your head, like, that
shout out to OG if you ever see this shit. What up, OG?
That's what's funny, man. Like that Shady Boy was a class. That was a classic.
classic.
Remember, what's his name was there too? Was it Tommy Lee Jones?
It was a bunch.
It was a bunch of
Everybody
people there.
was
I
there,
think there was
dog. Like so many celebrities. It was just a party, man. And wasn't nobody tripping.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, nobody was tripping. Bro.
Wasn't nobody tripping, man.
good
That's
time.
the beautiful thing
good
about
time.
it, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was tripping, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Another thing is that Proof always taught me, and because we grew up together, he taught me to make sure I think outside the box. Don't get trapped in the box. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people get trapped inside the box. And that's how they get themselves fucked over.
That's real. That's real.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
real, man.
And I don't care what it is, if it's street shit, business shit, you know what I'm saying, family shit. Think outside the box.
Yeah.
It's the Slap.
We gon' hit you with
And Traps Radio Podcast.
Let's get it.
Powered by the Slap God. C. Austin, the DJ.